Hello, Jukka, and thank you for joining my weekly Facebook Live. And it's cool to have you with because we have been in the same group with Frank Kern, so I've been following a little bit, and we have some common friends in Finland, and I think we know quite many people. And I'm hello. There is Katrina saying hello to us. That's nice. So if people can hear us and see us and everything is okay, just write hello in the chat box. So Jukka, why did you start like an entrepreneur back in times?
Back, I started working in a factory building stuff from metal, and it was really low payment and dusty and stuff. And then I actually already calculated that how much I'm making doing things. So I was actually decided I will be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, cool. And
then yeah.
And then you started, and then you started struggling, and you said that you didn't get so much help from the Finnish government. So what happened, or what help did you get?
So in 2003, I started this personal training just by myself, doing personal training as an entrepreneur. And I went to all the Finland has actually really good services. We get free advisors and free stuff a lot, but it was very traditional, not really useful in the service business. And of course, in that time, really nothing about the internet, which I didn't do at all. But I just didn't get advice, or I was just so stupid I didn't understand. 7 years, it was pretty hard because of it was service, and I did a lot of work. My hourly rate was really low. So after a couple of years, I was doing like 10 to 12 hours a day, doing personal stuff like that, and the growth was about 20 to 30 minus expenses, so pretty much nothing. So 7 years was like that. So a lot of work, a lot of hours, long days, every weekend, and pretty much no money.
Yeah. So what did you do, or why didn't you give up? I think there is some problem with your sound. I hear I lose you sometimes. I don't know if it's something with the internet or something. Yeah, I say that Katrina has no sound.
Okay, I close all the other tabs if I get faster connection.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Hope it works now.
Hopefully better. Yeah, I closed the other programs. Yeah. Why did I quit? Well, that's a good question. I don't know. In the last few years, I've been asking or thinking about why do I do this. I think I don't know such a word as quitting. Never really quit anything. Sometimes it's a bad thing because I stick too long with some stuff, so I should quit more. But I think it's a character thing. I just do stuff, and also it's from my father's work ethic. Like he taught me and showed me the example that you have to work.
Yeah. And you were selling personal training and all this thing, and how did it go, or what happened when you started to do it better? I saw that you had like 300,000 euro last year, or when did it start? What did you do to change it?
Yeah, the big thing was it was a long process, but the one thing that led to this new thing is that I actually took one holiday. I did 6 or 7 years without any holidays because I didn't have any money. I had to work all the time to pay the bills. But then I actually just took money and used money from my credit card. Took one summer, it was 2011, took it off a couple of weeks. Then I actually attended a seminar, National Achievers Congress in London. There was Tony Robbins and T. Harv Eker and people like that. And then I got this one idea that I need to change the whole approach to this thing, because in my own business, I wasn't a business owner. I just work. I didn't think about how to package my service to get a reasonable price from it, and how to really do marketing campaigns. So it was really haphazardous, just doing stuff. And 2011, I put my own group. I was still doing SaaS personal training and group training in 2011. And but then I really did this marketing campaign. For 1 month, I focused on marketing to selling my group, which started in September. So I used the 1 month. So this is what I don't just do the work, but I took 1 month to do marketing, focus on that, 100% on that. And I sold quite a lot of it. Then in next year, 2012, I did that also. I did 3 long and hard marketing campaigns, selling my stuff. Then I did 3 months of delivering the service. And I did this, like 3 big promotions, then delivered the service. It was a 12-week training group, like exercising. But that was the big thing that I took, that I'm not just doing this, but I had the marketing month, delivery, marketing product so that it can generate a lot. So I made about 4,000 or 5,000 euros every month from just 1 hour of work every day doing that group training. Then I had my personal training clients. I raised the prices, almost doubled, and that created me the first barrier of 100,000, and just by myself, 100,000 euros a year. And the biggest thing was that I focused on both creating the product so that it can generate, and then a big difference to me to know that I have to create the product, not just deliver service, focus on marketing, and that pretty much changed the whole deal.
Yeah. So I'm still losing you sometimes, but it's better, the sound. But if the other one is losing you. But what did you do? What kind of marketing campaign did you do?
I didn't know Frank Kern then, but it was pretty much the same stuff from J. Conrad Levinson. So I use different kinds of models and questions from J. Conrad Levinson. The one book I do still recommend is J. Conrad Levinson, Guerrilla Marketing in 30 Days. So I pretty much just did what that book told me. So first thing was this focus on marketing. A description in a different way than anyone else is doing. So I did that. That was a big thing. So I didn't sell personal training. I named it. It's Natural Bootcamp. I didn't sell weight loss or anything that anyone else said. I started to sell energy and functional training, and functional wasn't such a big deal back then. So I did the description differently, and then I made it the whole product different. So I didn't do personal training, I didn't do group exercise, I combined them. So I did a group, and I did an progressive program for them. So it wasn't just that we're going to train every morning, but it was just like personal training. I have my tests, then we train this program, we test again, we train this program. So that was one thing that I told people that it's different. And third thing in marketing, I put out content. Secondly, I gave a free live session. So I pick a date that I'm gonna teach things live. Demonstration. I said that I have a group starting 2 weeks from now. If you want to join, you have this offer right now. So I very much did this lead magnet thing in 2 different ways. I had the PDF report and I did the live trainings. Pretty much the same stuff I'm using now and what Frank Kern teaches in mass conversion and mass control. And after that, I just started doing it bigger and bigger.
So everything was online. Did you pay anything, or was it your own list, or how did you do it?
A funny thing, just remember that I did everything was online, 100% marketing online. So I put up a website, and I didn't have any advertising or anything like that. It's just organic Google traffic. But then I had this list of about 50 people from the past 2 years, and I wrote this sales letter. Then I also had my friends, massage customers. Then I had one of the supplement companies list almost 20,000 people, and they gave me permission to post my sales letter to them also. So I have over 20,000 on the other list through the affiliates, and only 50 on my list, people who have been my customers in some time. And from this 20,000 list, I got 1 customer. But on this my own list, the people who know me, who have familiar with my work, I don't remember the exact number, it was 13 or 14 customers, and they paid 600 euros each. So that was the big thing, that I don't need a big list, I need a quality list, people who are familiar with my stuff. So that's why the lead magnet. So I give the PDF report. These days I do the YouTube educational videos, I post the videos, so creating the leads by teaching stuff and then advertising those people.
Cool.
And that was the big difference, to warm up the audience first, really deliver the value, then make the offer.
There's still some, do you have a better internet or something? Someone writing it? But
I changed my spot a little bit.
Yeah, try that. And this was in which year did you say you started with this?
This thing started in 2012.
When you saw that this was working?
Sorry?
I said, what was the next step for you in 2012 when you...
When this was working, yeah. I actually just changed the business a little bit, so I created new products. I started scaling, teaching this stuff to other trainers. So that was actually the next step that took it much bigger on the next step. So I just created a new, like a business division, teaching this corrective. So what I did in my group training was not regular exercise, but because I broke my back, I have a herniated disc when I did hard training. So what I did was actually teach like this corrective exercise, so it's a bit different. And there was not many people doing that, and still not many people doing that, so I started teaching that. So that was like the next 2 years. So it's a little bit different business. Then I also started importing foam rollers, like a hard stuff, also marketing them online through the same thing, teaching people how to use this, and then they buy it. And then the next step to this online thing, what we are talking today, mostly what this very same stuff that I did live, what I teach with the exercise, teach with the nutrition, teach everything, I pretty much just took my group training, what we are doing in there, I put up my iPhone in my living room, and then I just did the workout to my iPhone.
Wow,
that's
cool.
it. Yeah, I uploaded to YouTube, and then I mailed my existing customers who had worked out me sometime. It was like 100 people. I listed that I have this same thing that we have done live every morning. I have it on video, and normally you pay pay 150 euros a month. Now you are paying only 33 euros a month. You get the same workouts. And I sold with that one email about 3,500 euros. Then I just press send 12 times. And then I saw that, okay, this is working. I did it again, made 2,000 euros on the next email, changed the copy a little bit. And that actually started it. And it was all free. Just upload to YouTube and send the links through my Gmail. Nothing else. So it worked. And that started the online thing that I saw that it's working. And I have a guarantee. If you don't get results, I give you your money back. So no worries there. And the people got results. If they do the exercises, they get results. And of course, it's a bit harder. It's easier for if I in person, I can correct the movements, but also the price is different. So I still do personal training, but it's like it's literally 50 times more expensive. And many people who live far away cannot take personal training from me, so they can do it online and much cheaper. So I have people from all over Finland, and actually many people also Finnish people who live in other countries. And well, next thing is I'm going to do it in English to broaden the market. Same thing.
So I think we have some people on the line now that are that's online marketing, but I think it's so difficult. So to start, and there is so much technical thing and techniques. So how did you tell them?
Yeah, I was also thinking, how do I do this? But well, again, I just tried. So the first thing I did, and for everyone there, somebody says that doing an online course or you need like 10,000 euro investment or something. No, you don't. I had my iPhone. I had my Gmail account and YouTube account. So I just shoot with the iPhone in my living room. Just I put the iPhone there. I walk in there, press the rec, walk back, do the thing, walk there, press stop, and then in your iPhone you can cut the front and last part off of it, and then you just click the button and to YouTube, and it uploads it to YouTube. Then you have the link, and I just sent that link through email. That was how I did it for the first 6 months, and it's over 12,000 euros sales on that, just sending the links on email. Of course, I had the structure in it, and until today, this week, actually, we have done it in the similar way. I just changed the Gmail to MailChimp, so it's automated. I don't have to press the send button every week. So it's all autoresponder, but it's still just that YouTube videos sent through email. And the sales to this date on that course is well over 30,000 euros.
Cool.
So that's where I started, and there was no problem. Nobody complained. One people, of course, they say that it would be better if the videos were in one place. But nobody said that, oh, I'm going to quit this because the videos are in several different links.
Yeah. So I think that's one of the big challenges for people, that they don't start. So how did you get the idea to change? Because personal training over to do it online is quite you hear all of these info marketers who are doing online marketing. They are coaches, they're consultants, they are doing like training. But how did you get the idea or to turn like a normal business? And I know a lot of personal trainers in Norway, they say, I cannot do online because I cannot meet them. So how did you get the idea?
I was a little bit forced to make it because my wife wanted to move away from Helsinki, and I needed to find another way to make money because I didn't have any customer. one, because the question that how do I transition from personal training to online? The thing is here, you need to do some brain working, because if you are just training people, then it's hard. So you have to think, what is the real value of my business? So if I sell Zoom instructions, or I teach flexibility instructions, that I'm here to instruct you, of course, then you cannot that do online. But if I sell the results, the flexibility, or I sell the weight loss, or I sell the energy, and then I have the information, what do I tell that people when we are live? I tell him, you need to eat this and you need to stay off that. Then I'm going to show you, you need to do this movement, and this is how you do it. I show this. So the very same thing that you are showing to your customer live, just show the same thing on video, and tell the same thing that you say in live, you tell it by text. So the information can be delivered in several different ways. It can be delivered live, but the same information and the same examples of the movements can be videoed, and then you sell the video and you market the results.
So how is the result for your client that are using you like a personal trainer online?
And I focus on this small niche. So it's pretty much my clients are people who are tired, or they already do work out a lot, but they are stiff, and or they have some kind of pain. So I teach these flexibility exercises, movement exercises, and the results are actually really good. Of course, there's the motivation thing that not everybody does the exercises. That I cannot help, but it's the same problem with live training, so it doesn't change there. But I get every day actually really good results. When they do the exercises, I had a back pain for 3 years. Now I've been doing your exercises for 3 weeks, and I feel a really good improvement. And after 6 weeks or so, they are, okay, my back isn't, I don't have pain anymore. And my movement is much better. My sleep is much better. So when you can just deliver the information and motivate people to do that, they will get the results. And yeah.
So it was in 2000. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. 2 years ago. Last year I made 300,000. So it combines from my live trainings. So I do the live seminars, like 30 a year. Last year I did that. Then I had my equipment stuff, my e-commerce on top of that. And then thirdly, I had this online training. So I did all these three. And but today, this year, I changed a lot. So I don't do the live seminars anymore, but our company is delivering that. So there's the growing steps. So I don't do them myself anymore. I have a subcontractor who I pay to do the live ones. She delivers the same information that I have for the past 3 years, 4 years. And I just sell, and I make sure that there's people there. So I'm selling, and other one is delivering. And second thing, I did my last launch. I did a new course, functional app training. So my previous course, Natural Bootcamp, is a big thing. It's about flexibility and all this stuff, so it's harder to sell. But then this one, functional app training, everyone wants a flat stomach. But then I took a little different angle. So I am coaching this one Finnish athlete, Noirolotta Nesiri, many times Finnish championship in 100-meter hurdles, Olympic athlete. And I make this marketing about functionality. So it's not about looks. It's about that your back is strong and you can jump, you can kick, you can run, you can lift. So it's about health. But of course, on the side product, you get the good looks too. And then I created the sales page using everything I know, largely Frank Kerr. And then one big thing that I did, my previous record was selling this, my own Natural Bootcamp, 12,500 in the one launch. But now I actually took an help. So people who ran my Facebook ads, who knows a lot more about that, what I do, created many audiences, 20 different ads, A/B testing, doing all that stuff, like really, and I give him 50% of the sales. Half of the sales goes to him because I wrote everything myself, but he ran the ads. And in 9 weeks, we sold over 100,000 euros gross.
Cool.
And of course, there was ad costs 22,000, 28,000. Then you take euros of 9 weeks on that one online course.
The line is a little bit bad again. Can you fold out?
Shit. Yeah, I don't know full.
I get a question here from Silja. Can you see it? Let me see.
Price.
There. What kind of?
Yeah. So I do use funnel. I have different foam rollers, like easy stuff. Then this functional app trading was launch price was 57. Then this my 12.
I'm just losing
100.
it. It's just lagging. I don't hear you.
So yeah, different price points: 47, 77, 117, and then my live seminars 200 a day. So yeah, many different price point products.
And what kind of system?
Come again?
What kind of system?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the last one.
I said, what kind of systems are you using today? Like what technical system? Yeah.
Yeah. So all the live thing is on a page made by OptimizePress. So just very simple, one page, sales page. And I tried traffic from Facebook. That's pretty much it. On the online course, same thing, OptimizePress sales page, try traffic from Facebook. And checkout system to getting the money. So there's a checkout page used. I think it's a Finnish company. It's process payments. So that's it. OptimizePress and Facebook and checkout system. Nothing else.
What's your goal for this year?
I just said it. So in the Natural Bootcamp, my main course, bit over 100 euros. Let's say in the next year so next summer, the goal is to have 10,000 members, which would mean 1 million.
I'm cutting you again. I don't know what's wrong, but I loses you again. I didn't hear the last thing you were saying.
Good. Okay. Yeah. So 12 months from now, I'm planning to sell 10,000 members to my online course, and that would mean 1 million in gross sales. Yeah.
Cool.
So now I have 800 people in there now. And in the app training is like an Frontline product, so it's easier to sell. We have only almost 2,000 people in there, but the main thing is for this 12-week longer program to have 10,000 members. We have 800, so it's 9,200 to go. And this app training, and I also doing a functional back training for a Frontline, and back end is this longer and more expensive product.
So what products do you have right now?
How many products?
Yeah.
2 online courses. So this lower tier app training, and then this higher or mid tier 12-week like holistic training program. So I have 2 online courses. Then I have 4 different live seminars, and we deliver them twice a year. So it's like a yearly calendar. That September we are doing this one, October this one, November this one, then we start December this one. On January we start from the beginning.
So what is your what's your biggest mistake you have done like an entrepreneur in the past, or do you think that was a stupid decision or something?
That's actually easy to answer because I used that example. I partnered with the wrong person. So about 10 years ago or so, I partnered with this one person, and my gut feeling did say that this is wrong, but because it's good on paper, I have skills, and just wrong person. We fought a lot. It took my confidence down. I got depressed, really bad thing. So if it doesn't work with someone, it doesn't click with someone, get off fast, because I did it quit on him, which was a bad mistake because it took me down very much. I got depressed, nothing was working. So be with the right people, and if you have people that you start and it doesn't go well, get off.
And are doing online courses on personal training and things like that, or are you the only one, or how is it?
There are others also, not too much. I don't think it's a crowded space, but there is more than 5 big ones. Few that are doing more than me, but they have big companies like 10 people, 20 people, 50 people. Then there's a couple small ones. And then there is several like starters which haven't really gone really good yet. So I'm not the only one. There is like, let's say 5 serious competitors and a lot of like small starters.
So how is the online marketing business in Finland? Is there many who are doing it now, or how is it?
I think it's pretty new, and I actually got statistics, like real statistics from some bureau, so that only 12% of Finnish companies are actively using internet on marketing. So what 88% are not using internet actively, and it was like 45% or something who are not doing online marketing. So if we look at the reality, it's nobody's doing it.
No.
Yeah.
And there is and online marketing is a really big. I've never done anything while working so well when you just find the key and do it. So why do you think it's so few who are still not doing online marketing?
I believe it's because it's a mindset, it's a skill and knowledge, because it's a bit different. Many people are used to just run ads, buy an ad to a magazine or something, and it doesn't really work that way online so good, because if you just buy ads, it's people don't notice them so much. And because in online you need to put out content, educational content, and then the ads. So if you just put on ads, it doesn't work on the long term so well. And people, I think the traditional business owners don't know how to put up content, how to educate. They just know that here's the price, and now it's half price. Come by, look at me. So I think it's the content part that is harder for most.
So how big is your email list now?
Now we are at about 14,000.
Okay.
And,
so you grew.
Many people ask, how do you get so big? I actually, I had my existing customer base from my live trainings, but it was just a couple of 100 or 300 or so. So pretty much I just created the PDF report on how to use foam roller, and then did the opt-in page so people could download the PDF, given the email, and then I advertised that, put content on that, and that's how I started. And I created the brand pretty much that way, putting out, of course, content also, but that's how the email list was mostly built. Several thousand addresses in just 1 month, advertising the free PDF.
So many did you get from how many sign up there?
On that PDF, I'm getting about 23% conversion. But the second thing is I'm giving the first week of my online training course for free, and people love that. So it's about 60% of the people who see the offer to get the free first week for free. About 60% take that, and then about 4% continue for the whole 12 weeks and pays for that.
Start to do it in English, or when are you planning to do that, to launch it in English?
I think the functional app rating will be out in English next year. I think it will be around April, because the summer, everyone comes to get ready for summer. And about these websites also, my friend Joel posted my foam roller sites. But on this training, I don't actually have a website for it. I have a landing page, but I think you can find it in naturalbootcamp.fi. Somebody asked it. So naturalbootcamp.fi. That's the homepage, and you can find the sales letter from there.
So do you have any strategy for which countries you're going to try when you're going over to England? Do you have any ideas?
Yeah, first I had an idea that if our Frontline product is this hard product, the foam roller, then of course next from Finland is Sweden, then it's Norway. But then I met a couple of people in Germany, from Germany in one event, and they might wanted to affiliate. So, but then I thought, when I calculated that selling these foam rollers and stuff like that, it's so expensive to do that, so I'm actually forgetting that, going straight on online. And I think I'm gonna go through partners. So it doesn't really matter what country. I have one in Norway, fortunately now, thank you. And I have a couple of friends in Sweden, one in Germany, several in the US. So I'm gonna start with those people, so it doesn't really matter where on the earth they are. So I'm starting, so they're gonna help with the promotion. So I pretty much start with the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why the connection is so bad.
Yeah. I lost a little bit. So isn't that quite funny when it comes to online marketing, that you can just go from all over the world? I can
like I asked Frank Kern actually English and go all over the world, but he said that actually that no, that the traditional law lie, so you have to make a name for yourself. And if I'm from Finland, I can't speak English very well, and I try to go do videos in English and sell them in California. It's not that easy. So he said that be the biggest fish in your country, then you can use that as a reference. And when doing other countries, doing stuff that is proven to work. So start in your own country, make something happen, make the content and the sales pages convert, then translate them. And the building the brand, it's probably does take some effort. Not necessarily if you have a good product and you can just run ads, but for example, my functional sell so well, it doesn't sell on cold traffic. It's not that good. So you need to build the brand, like putting out videos and blog posts and stuff like that, and then sell to the warm audience. So I don't believe it's that easy that you just create a product in English and just start selling.
Mm-hmm. So what's your experience? How someone downloading your PDF until it is a warm audience for you? What you do? Or
come again?
I said that how long time does a PDF someone download a PDF on your website until they are warm traffic? What needs to happen in you see that they are warm?
Well, of course, you need to have the metrics on that you can follow everything that's happening. Well, not everything. I'm not using a lot of metrics, but I use how much I use on the ads, or how many the opt-in rate. So how many percent of the people who come to the page actually opts into the page. That needs to be known. And if that's good, then it's good. And then you need to measure how many of these people who have opted in buys from the next 2 weeks. So I'm putting out usually 3 content posts and then the sales letter. Stuff that I put money in. So if I advertise with 100 euros, then they goes through the funnel, gets the first free stuff, then they get the free contents, and then they get the sales letter, and I measure how much sales did I make. And if it's positive, then just keep throwing more money on the ads. That's what I've been using for the last 2 years.
So how much did you use on Facebook advertising last year? Or how much money did you spend in a year?
Last year, 48,000, I think.
Euro?
Yeah. And yeah, and that builds up. So I'm using quite a lot because I'm building the brand, building the list. And for example, in the last live seminars, I had about 100 people attending, and 50, no, actually just 40 of them came through ads, but 60 came from my list, so from the previous ads. And of course, emailing to your list doesn't cost anything. So the bigger the list, of course, good quality also, so people have opted in for this kind of information. You just pay the ad once, you get the email, and then you can market to that email, and it's free, of course. So I'm very much buying the customer base from Facebook, and then I'm marketing for forever and how long they are staying on the list.
question some time. Online marketing works for many, but not what I'm selling. What do you think about that? Anything
selling,
doesn't work on online marketing?
Of course, you can sell your time like well, when we do the live seminars, it's a certain date, certain time, but we do all the marketing and selling online. So we can sell for focus on selling for 1 month. Then we just have this one date and doing that. And also I do phone coaching, but I don't think how that would work in a personal training business. But life coaching, I do business coaching also. It's on the phone, so I can marketing online, then call people, talk to them, send the bill. And of course, some people are doing webinars, it's like giving lectures online. I haven't done that yet, but some people are doing that and charging for that. So that can be test if people pay for it.
Yeah. The best advice you can say to people who are afraid of doing things online or doesn't get it to work, or what your
I think at least for me and for everybody, that before you start, get support from someone. So when you fail, because everybody will fail, that's a given, you have some support network, some people who understand, and because it doesn't feel good. I failed many times and I lost money many times on many campaigns. So just know that you will fail. It doesn't matter. Just go forward, look at the more long-term goals, and then have some people to talk with, because the failures to be dealt alone are pretty tough. But when you talk with someone, oh, I did this, it bombed, it failed, and you talk about it, and then you go talking, what shall I do next, and go forward. So I think that alone it's pretty hard. So need to have some kind of group, or like Frank Kernil Circle, where I am and we met. It's just that's one thing, because everybody fails, everybody succeeds, and when we share that stuff, we can move forward.
Yeah, and what's your future? Where do you want to be, or business?
That I cannot answer pretty good, because I'm in a process thinking about it. But well, actually, it's controversial, because my daughter is 4.5, and for the next 2 years I would like to be home as much as possible. So next 2 years I'm not growing so aggressively. So I'm pretty much now thinking on how I can make the best use of my time to have nice, steady business, have products and customers that are fun, and I like it, and lots of time home. That's pretty much my next 2 years goal, to balance this, that have more time for myself, my own training and workouts, and time home with my family and daughter. That's the most important goal in the next year and two.
Cool.
Not giving up revenue. Yeah.
And to end this thing, and I'm really thankful that you could use it. I know you are busy, and I know you want to take care of your family. I also think online marketing is not about to grow it crazy big. It's also many, like myself, I want to work. It's not always maybe have a steady income with less work.
Yeah. So pretty much you can have the same income that people are getting from 40 hours a week. You can get the same 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 euros a month working just 20 hours a week. You have more time for your family and for yourself.
Is there any questions out there? You all listening before we are ending this live session? So just write them now. Yeah, Silja ask, where are you now in Finland?
Tampere, pretty much in the middle of Finland.
Yeah.
Two big lakes here, and we are actually moving back to Helsinki this fall. My wife got a job from Helsinki again. And second thing for everyone, I will post my websites on the comment section of this when it comes out, so I can show you the stuff somebody asked about this, so I can show where I and how I sell everything.
Ask now, I've been selling UPW tickets, so I've got in Finland, and Jukka, we just met in this Frontline in the Circle group that I talked to him and asked if we could do something together. So it's just connection through this personal so yeah. So what kind of TR programs did you go to?
TR Ecker, I've been to the Millionaire Mind Intensive twice. And I have 3 online courses from Ecker. Million Dollar Business Secrets, which I highly recommend. It's really cheap. It's like 200 euros or something. I think it's really good. And I also have the Millionaire Marketer. I don't know. So it's I think Ecker's stuff is simple. It's useful. It's really useful. I like it. Also now I'm following Brendan Bouchard and of course Frank Kern. And I want to mention Jim Collins. Doesn't have very online courses or so, but all the business mindset that I have learned, it's pretty much from Jim Collins. Good to create by choice, and build to last.
How much of the success is because you have been learning from Kern, Tony Robbins, T.R. Ecker? How much has that been valuable for you?
100%. I think for the first 7 years, I couldn't make anything happen. Yeah, when I started to learning from this stuff and putting it to action, like just stop thinking and start doing what these guys are telling. That's what changed my life.
Yeah, if it's no more question, I think we should end it now. So thank you for joining Jukka this summer, and maybe talk later. And for everyone who was on the line today, thank you for listening to us. I hope you get some great value from Jukka. Was some great I also got from you, and I think do you want to say something?
Well, next time when we do this, I will go into a web connection that is not through phone, but better connections. I'm really sorry for that.
Yeah, learning all the time, isn't it? Yeah. Like you said, these mistakes we learn from. So, So thank you again, Jukka. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.